What's up, divas and divas? Your girl April, and it is Real Talk Wednesday. So I decided to do these videos or post them up basically on Wednesdays, so that way you all know the schedule, or basically you know when to tune in for Real Talk Diva. And normally it'll be like one session or just one letter, but because I've gotten so many letters, I decided to do at least try to do 2 in one session, so that way we have something to really discuss. So yes, thank you all for staying tuned. And as you guys know, I am here in Arizona now. I am about to be grandmother for a second time, and it is a blessing. So I thank you all for the love. Okay, and for those who have been asking me, yes, my husband and me are still together. He is just in another state right now, getting himself together after being released from prison. So yes, that's me. You know, ain't everything peaches and cream. Not everything is peaches and cream in the real world. I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. You know, I had to fight to where I am at now, and I still struggle like the rest of y'all. It is a real world out here for me. Like, nothing is given to me. I work hard for everything that I've gotten. So I am happy to still be on YouTube. Though it is my 3rd channel, I am still happy, and I enjoy it because I'm able to speak to you guys, or to you ladies and gents, and just, you know, keep it real. So this one here, we are going to call this diva Shawnee, because I like the name Shawnee. It's really catchy. And also, for those of you who have been asking me, where's your cigarette? Because I used to do Real Talk with a cigarette. Well, hence I quit. I did quit, and then I went back, and then I quit again. So instead of the cigarette, we got a glass of red Moscato right here. It is the cheap red Moscato, okay? It was on sale at the supermarket for $5.99. And yes, they do sell liquor up here in the grocery stores in Arizona. They even have a drive-through liquor store. So if you ladies got your wine, get it out and get some popcorn or whatever kind of snack y'all want, because this is going to be 2 sessions in one. Honey asked, and I'm going to read you her email. Alright, so here's the problem. I got married a year ago to a guy that I knew for a few months. I came to Delaware from Detroit to visit a family friend and met a guy at the mall. He asked me out, and he romanced the hell out of me. Laugh out loud. He asked if he could court me, and I said yes. Not knowing that he was in the military, he talked me into staying. So I did. I never even flew back home to get my clothes, car, anything. We got married 6 months later. Fast forward, the guy I was talking to before I met my now husband has been contacting me in every possible way. So she got married to someone that she barely knew, that Shawnee barely knew. And the prior guy started recontacting her in every possible way. The old guy recently just became a Marine as well, after I've been suggesting that to him for about 8 years now. He is now living on the same military base as my husband and I. My husband knows him and I dated, but feelings are coming back. They honestly never left. My question is, am I wrong for getting married at 20? I am 22 now and feeling like this other guy is who I'm supposed to be with because he keeps popping up. Help. So, ladies, divas and divos, Shawnee basically met someone on just a whim. I'm going to call it that because that's what it is. She came from Detroit to visit family in Delaware, and she met this guy. He asked if she could go out with him, court her. Court, I haven't heard that word in so long, but he wanted to court her, and she said yes, and 6 months later, she's married to him. She didn't go back home to get any of her belongings, not even her car. She just married this guy. Then the old boyfriend, or the old guy boyfriend, who she's been knowing for quite some time, is now popping back up in the picture, and she still has feelings for him. Feelings have never left, and is she wrong? They both all live on the same military base. So her husband does know that she dated this ex-guy, and she wants to know, is she wrong for getting married at 20? Let me tell you something, Shawnee. You can never say... Basically, what I'm trying to say is you can't knock something until you try it. You know what I mean? You have feelings for this one guy. We're going to name him Harry. You got feelings for Harry, but your husband is in the picture. Now, I can't say that it's wrong for you to have feelings for Harry, because you can never tell the heart to love who it wants. You cannot tell the heart what it wants. It's just a fact. You just can't. There are guys out there that are not that great for you, that are not the perfect guy, but you cannot tell the heart what it wants. And that, me, I'm a perfect example. My husband is not the best guy in the world, but he is to me. You know, he has his downfalls. He is who he is, you know. In and out of jail. Well, not in and out of jail, but he's been to prison enough times. But that's who he is, and I love him, and he's the one for me. Though it's sometimes a battle, but he is the one for me. As far as you getting feelings for this other guy, you know, you married someone, and you need to take your marital vows, very sacred, you know. Sometimes the heart may know what it wants or does not know what it wants. It just wants what it wants. And though you've had a longer history with this guy, you know, you have made a commitment to someone else. And me personally, I wouldn't feel like it was right to just go ahead and diss this guy, my husband, for the next man. Because what if the next man that you've been with, you've been telling him to go to the military, you've been telling him to do things for himself, and he hasn't. So you've been telling him this for 8 years. So to me, that's like, okay, dude, why didn't you take the initiative a long time ago? It's been 8 years now, and you finally taken the initiative to do something with your life. That to me shows that you kind of slow rolling. Yes, slow rolling, okay? Here you have this gentleman, your husband. I don't really know much about Harry, but it seems like your husband is really feeling you. And you too are feeling him, because you left all your shit in Detroit to be with this man. Me personally, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't have left none of my stuff. I at least went back and got it, especially my vehicle. You know what I'm saying? A girl got to get around. I just don't rely on anybody. But I know there's got to be some type of feelings there for your husband, because if it wasn't, you would not have left your stuff like that. We as women love our stuff, whether it be shoes, bags, clothes, hair, accessories, jewelry, a car. We love our stuff. And for you to just leave it all behind and stay with this guy, that means that you do have feelings for him. True indeed, these feelings that you have for Harry are past feelings. They are past feelings, because you are still feeling what you had for him back then. You don't really know how he is now. You know what I mean? He could be a damn true asshole. What I feel like Harry is doing is he is totally disrespecting. Here it is, y'all live on the same military base, and he knows you are married to this guy. Why is he still coming on to you? That shows me a sign of disrespect. Regardless if y'all had something prior to that, it still shows a sign of disrespect. You know what I mean? You never try to mess with somebody else's woman, especially if they are married. You know what I mean? And that to me shows a lack of disrespect. So if he is disrespecting your husband and your marriage, how do you think he is going to treat you down the road? You know what I mean? That's just one big, huge, like, warning sign to me. Like, you know, stay away. Because, okay, so he's trying to get with you again. Why? Why is he trying to get with you again all of a sudden? What's the thing? Like, you know what I mean? Not saying that you ain't got it going on, but he must have not been what you were looking for back then to go ahead and be romanced by the next man. So, yeah, they all can put on a good front sometimes, and that's just not even men. That is also women in general. Men put on a good facade, a good front to who you want them to think you are, or who they want you to think they are. My husband used to tell me that when you meet someone, it is their representative. And you know what? He is very right. He is so right about that. Because if you meet someone, of course you like them and you want to put on the best outfit, the best face, the best attitude. You don't want your real self to come out. That would be like me, you know what I mean, meeting someone and then I'll let him see who I am. Then you scare him away. I'm pretty sure I would scare him away. You know, you put on your representative. And then later on down the road, that's when you become your true self. That's just like with me, how my husband met. You know, I didn't know how he was, and he had his representative. Had I known that, I probably would have never gotten with him. And had he known that I was the true bitch, he probably wouldn't have fucked with me neither. So, you know, each person has their representative. But here's the thing. If he's disrespecting your marriage by trying to hit on you and contact you and shit while you marry, then that shows a lot to me. He has no respect for what you have going on or what your husband has going on. And regardless of how you feel, no, you cannot help your feelings. But here's the thing, Shawnee. You need to set a boundary, because as long as you allow him to keep coming on strong and keep contacting you, then he is going to do so. And how do you know that he just doesn't want to string you along, use you up like an old dish rag, and throw you in the trash when he's done? And then here you are, you done fucked up your marriage for somebody that really truly cares about you, for some raggedy ass Negro in the street that ain't worth shit. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah, he's on the military base right now. That's all good, fine, and dandy. However, he's disrespecting your marriage by trying to come at you. And that's not right. So if he's doing that to you, how you know that if you don't get with him, he gonna find the next bitch down the line and he gonna do the same shit? I don't respect that, because anyone should know their place, regardless if it's man or female. If this female knows that this guy is married and he keeps coming on strong to the next dude, then she is known as a hoe, a thought, or whatever y'all say it today, thought, whatever. My kids say I say it wrong, but you get the gist of it, you know what I'm saying? And the same thing goes for a man. If he's coming on strong to the next female and he knows that she got a man, that's dead ass wrong, you know what I mean? Right there, you need to put a stop to that, because for one, your husband has a career in the military, and so does this other dude, which you really shouldn't be concerned about the other dude's career, because it ain't really of your concern. You could care less, but to your husband, he is the provider, and y'all are living on a military base. This is his livelihood right here, and you don't need to get in any kind of mixed emotions and then they go to battle. This ain't a war between two men. You know what I mean? This is a war going on in the real world. We don't need one going on with your ex and your husband. That shit is not cool. And especially on the military, it's not cool, and it doesn't make you look cool at all either. So what I really feel you need to do, Shawnee, is you need to put a stop to that and let this gentleman know, or this dude know, straight up, stop contacting me, because it's not right. You know what I mean? I'm married, and you know that I'm married. He knows that you're married. So stop contacting me. You know what I mean? The total disrespect. If that were me and that was my wife and I found out that the next dude was trying to hit up on her and get with her, there would be some serious problems. And I know if that was my husband and he knew that, there would be some real shit to pop off. You know what I mean? Or as a woman, if I knew some next chick was trying to get with my husband, man, please, that would be the end of her, because I'd take her all up and down the streets and mop the road with her. Straight up. Regardless if you have feelings, you need to, I can't tell you to get rid of those feelings, but you really need to put a stop to that shit. He's coming on strong, but in my eyes, you are allowing it. You need to put a stop to it, because he is disrespecting your marriage. And you may not see it that way, but to me, that's how I see it. When someone knows that you have a significant other, but they still coming at you, and they know that you are in a marriage or a serious relationship, and they still coming at you, they only out to get what they want. They're not really concerned about you. They out to get what they want. And anybody that's out to get what they want is a selfish human being. So, Shawnee, for real, you need to cut him loose. Tell him to lose your number and stop communicating with you. I'm not going to say go tell your husband about it, because if you were to tell him, it's probably going to be some real shit. And that's not a cool thing, especially on a military base. You don't want him to lose his job. You don't want him to lose his livelihood. This is something that he worked for his life. So, you know, you didn't have to tell him to go at it for 8 years. You didn't have to tell him none of that. But he swept you off your feet. And obviously he means something to you if he swept you off your feet and you ain't go back home and get your shit. Girl, please. So my advice, Shawnee, is to tell old dude, bye-bye. Stop disrespecting you and your husband and hit the road. He'll find himself a next chick. I'm pretty sure of it. Who's to say he even want to marry you? He just want one thing probably from you. And I'm not saying that he does, and that's his agenda. However, I just feel like his disrespect is just off the top. And you never disrespect anybody like that from trying to come at their woman. I could understand if your relationship was at its worst and you were not happy, you were not getting along with your husband, he was beating on you or anything like that, but you did not state that. You said that he romanced the hell out of you and asked you to marry him 6 months later. Some men don't even do that. 6 years later, some of them don't even do that. So, to me, it seems like you got a good man right there. You just need to put your feelings aside and work on what you have and be happy with that. Sometimes we as people are not happy with what we got until we see and realize that it's gone and it's too late. And I've had that experience with dudes, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, I messed up, I fucked up, I should have kept you. Well, nigga, now it's too late because I'm with somebody and I have no time for you, no tolerance for you, no patience, and I'm just not fucking with you. Okay, so a lot of people realize that when it's too late, but when they get that good thing back, they really don't know how to act. So, Diva, say goodbye to Harry and keep it moving on some real shit. Okay, so divas and divos, let Shawnee know what you think about old dude trying to contact her, and is she wrong for getting married at 20? I can't say that you're wrong for getting married at 20, because you know what? To honestly say, you cannot put an age on love. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, some things work out for those, some don't. What if you married him at 20 and you guys stay married until you old and dead? You're going to say, did you marry him too early? There are old couples out there that have been married since they're early 18 years old, and they've been together for 60 and 70 years. And you know something? I'm going to tell y'all something. When I see these old people together and I talk to them in the stores, and they just look so cute together because they've been together for like 60, 70 years, so they start to look like each other. And you know, they converse with you, and how long you guys been together? 60 years, 65 years. And you know what I say? That is a beautiful thing, because some people can't even stay together for 2 damn years, let alone 60. And they say, oh, we've been married since we've been teenagers. So there is no age limit on when you get married. You do things out of love, out of your heart. You know what I mean? So obviously you have strong feelings for your husband, because like I said, if you did, you wouldn't have left your shit behind. So let's leave our comments in the box below for Shawnee. And now we're going to get to the next real talk. This is for my diva. We're going to call her Clarice. Remember that movie Silence of the Lamb, Clarice? I don't know why I like that name so much, but I just love it. You have our permission to use my letter. Hey, April. I'm 25. I'm a 25-year-old single mother. I have not too long ago gotten out of a very dead-end relationship with my ex. I was with him for 6 years and was only happy for about 2 out of the 6. This relationship took a real toll on me. He had no communication skills, very distant, cold even. We rarely had sex and tried to cheat twice. Basically, it was a terrible relationship. It was a chore to keep the relationship afloat, which I was the only one doing the work. I found myself to know there wasn't anything wrong with me and that I deserved better. I wasn't even upset when it was over. I could be by myself. Well, months after the breakup, I started talking to an old friend again, who I was banned from talking during the relationship. I've been good friends with him for 7 years. I will tell you that I have always had feelings for him, but never acted upon them due to being in a relationship. While we've been talking again for about a month and a half, he asked if I like him, and he confesses that he has always had feelings for me, but never told me because of my old boyfriend. It was nice to get everything out in the open. We've continued talking. He would write me romantic letters and always talk about how it would be when we are together. I like him so much. I believe I even love him. I don't feel it was that hard to do from being so close to him in the first place. I love how he is very intelligent, has strong morals, enjoys me completely, and to top it off, he makes me feel utterly beautiful. He tells me all the time how much he loves everything about me, even if I'm plus size, even if I'm a plus size girl. He makes time to call and text every day. He just made things completely exclusive, but now I'm kind of unsure of myself. He only lives 4 hours away, and I don't mind distance because I've been in a long distance relationship before. I feel as though maybe we moved too fast. It has nothing to do with my ex. That is long over. I'd rather be set on fire than go back to him, but I can't seem to think that we took things too fast. Did I make a mistake? I know he was very eager to take me off the market. I know he is a very good man. He accepts my child. He has no issues with it. Makes all the time in the world for me. Has the same goals of travel, a family, or the salad life, he calls it. He makes me extremely happy. I feel so comfortable with him. He wants me to be myself and is very encouraging to me. We have also told each other how we love each other. He wants me to come visit him soon, and I'm nervous about it. We have never had sex or kissed. No, not because I'm saving myself for marriage, but because we are far from each other. We haven't been able to see each other in person in a few years. So I must know, am I wrong? Help me, please. So, Clarice, first of all, I want to say kudos and congratulations for leaving that overdue, long-term chaos. For 6 years, that's a long time to be with somebody who ain't doing shit. You ain't having sex. You ain't communicating. He tried to cheat on you. He's just a total ass jerk, okay? So I commend you on getting up and just saying goodbye. Adios, amigos. Seriously. Like, some women can't even do that. They'll stay in a relationship for as long as they can because they just don't want to be alone. But I commend you on that because, you know, change is good. Now, this other dude, you've been knowing him for 7 years and y'all been friends before that. Y'all live 4 hours apart. Sometimes, you know, a long distance relationship kind of brings you closer, and it's good because you can communicate more. Sometimes when you meet somebody and you so close, meaning y'all live in the same area, shit happens too fast. Like, when I'm saying shit happens too fast, meaning you guys end up having sex after like the first date and shit like that, and then dude is really not interested. But I'm gonna say something to you. It is always a wonderful feeling to be able to be yourself around somebody, whether it be man or female. You should never have to put on a facade to be around anyone. And if a man loves you or likes you for who you are, whether you be skinny bean or plus size or whatever, if he likes you for who you are, then that is a blessing. I am not, like with me, I am not the best confident person. Like, you know, I'm happy when I put on my makeup and my hair. I am good with that, you know what I mean? But I'm not a skinny chick. I'm nowhere near skinny. And you know, I have my little pouch and my little rolls, and I've lost a lot of weight. But you know something? I have been so comfortable around my husband, like he doesn't even care if I have a pouch or if I'm heavier. I can be myself, you know. And sometimes when you can be yourself, you're comfortable. Not saying to get too comfortable with a dude, but when you can just be you and be who you are, that is like the best feeling in the world, because it makes you happier. And you don't have to worry in the back of your mind, oh, let me just hurry up and put my face on, oh, my hair on, or let me suck with my stomach because, you know, he's coming and I don't want to see him like this. If he accepts you for who you are and the package that you have brought along with you, which is your child, then that is number one key. That's what I call a gentleman. You don't find too many dudes like that nowadays, okay? They looking for the ones with the tiny ass waist and the big booty, okay, and the big fake ass titties. They looking for the made up bitches. And I'm sorry if there's some out there like that that's watching this video that's the made up ones. No offense to you, but that's just what dudes are looking for. And it's just bad that they don't want to look for a classic woman, okay, which is a real woman. When I say real, meaning all real body parts. Yeah, it's cool to have some fake titties, because I sure want some too, just so these bad boys could hold up. However, I always say that to my husband. You know, I'm gonna get a boob job. I'm gonna get a boob job because, you know, I want some perky boobs. Babe, that's life. He always says that's a part of life. You know what I mean? You have kids. It's a part of life. Ain't nobody need no fake titties. I love you the way you are. When you hear a man say that to you, girl, ooh, child, you can melt like butter. So you ain't moving too fast, because you guys are at a distance and you are conversing every day. He is talking to you every day. He is texting you every day, and he is letting you know how he feels about you. Some of them can't even open up, let alone open up a can of soup. So if he is opening up his feelings and emotions to you, then girl, I say go for it. You only have one chance in life. You have one life rather to live. Not one chance left, but you have one life to live, and that life is very short. Whether, you know, we live to see 80 to 100, it's still a short-lived life. And during that short-lived life, why not be happy? You already done been miserable for 6 years with somebody. Maybe a couple of those years was, you know, pure happiness, but after a while, it just turned to chaos and bullshit. So why not try to be happy? You deserve it. Everybody deserves to be happy, Clarice. You know, the long-distance relationship, that's cool. Right now, mine is long-distance, you know, but it allows you to get to know each other better, you know, whether it be on the phone or text, because people can say shit over the phone to you that'll piss you off, okay? So at least you know in advance, okay, so this is one thing that I don't like that he says or does via text or phone, you know what I mean? Versus him being right there in your face all the time. Sometimes you need that distance to grow closer. So I don't think that you've moved too fast, you know what I mean? You've also known him for some time. So I don't think that you move too fast. I do know this. When I read the email for the first time, because it wasn't today, I smiled because I was happy for you. And I love to hear happy endings or just happy emails, regardless of what it is, whether you went through some bullshit prior or not. You know what I'm saying? I like to read stuff like this, regardless of what it is, because every woman deserves to be happy. Every man deserves to be happy. You don't want to be in a relationship with somebody for so long and it's a dead-end relationship. You got some man wooing you, wooing you, romancing you, wanting to love up on you and things like that. Yeah, y'all haven't had sex yet and y'all haven't kissed yet. So what? That doesn't mean that he doesn't care for you. That doesn't mean that it's not true love. Some of the truest love happens through being a pen pal and being long distance, you know. And you know something? Sometimes that's the best love, because that's how you know it's for real. Versus today's day and age where you just meet somebody, you meet them on the internet, y'all go out and then y'all bang, 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 banging. That shit is not cool. Because I'm going to be honest with you, and nothing against you dudes, but niggas is thirsty these days, okay? Seriously, they are real thirsty ass niggas out there. When I say thirsty, they want to throw the game at you, blah, blah, blah.
What up, ma? All this shit. Oh, you looking good, sexy. Oh, what's up, light skin? You looking good.
Nigga, please, okay? Nobody got time for that shit. They real thirsty. So you don't have too many dudes that, you know, are woo-woo-wooing you. However, I will say this to you. Some of them be woo-woo-wooing you all for the wrong reasons, because they're out to get one thing. However, I think old dude right here ain't out to get that much. When I'm saying that much, meaning he ain't trying to get the cootie cat, and he might want the cootie cat. However, the cootie cat is 4 hours away, and if he really wanted some, I'm pretty sure he would have went and got him a local chick, okay? So take it for what it's worth and go with it. Be happy. If you're happy, go ahead and visit him. He's asking you to come see him. Yeah, of course, shit gonna happen. You're gonna go, of course y'all gonna kiss each other. Why wouldn't you? You're probably gonna kiss each other as soon as you see each other. The very first moment y'all see each other. I'm not saying y'all gonna rip each other clothes off. However, of course y'all gonna kiss each other. And just let it flow naturally. Just like it's been flowing on the phone. I'm pretty sure when he texts you, you be like, cheesing and smiling. Because I know you do. I know you do. Because I be the same way. When mine's be like, hey doll, what's up? I be like, because I'm you know, like a teenager love. That's how I be. It's been so long. Like when I say so long, we've been together for 17 years. And still to this day, when he texts me and be like, hey doll, I love you, miss you. I just be like, you know what I'm saying? We have our faults. We do. We fight, argue like cats and dogs. But that's what my heart is. And that's who I love. And I'm pretty sure that you have feelings for him too. You just need to be reassured. Can't put a time limit on love or rush it, you know. Some people have got married so quick, just like I said about Shawnee. You can't put an age limit on love, okay? You just can't. And you really can't put a time limit on love neither. The heart knows what it wants. Can't stop the heart. Say, oh, okay, wait a minute. It's been 5 months now. You cannot love him. And the heart's supposed to be like, okay, all right, love him. I'm not even going to really like him. Can't do that. If he is who you feeling, girl, go for it. You never know where this is going to take you. At least this, you are happy. Okay? You happy. He might be the right one for you. Never know. You got to give it a try. Go visit the dude. Spend some time with him. See what it's like. You know what I mean? If he is the one, just continue to talk to him. I ain't saying pack your shit up and move to wherever he's at 4 hours away. I ain't saying none of that. But continue to do the long distant relationship for a minute and see where his head is at. See if he's like, oh, I want to move to your city or your state or your town, or I want you to move down here. See where his head is at. But don't say, is it too soon? Because you've been out the loophole for 6 years, girl, okay? 6 miserable ass years. That's a long time to be unhappy with somebody. So it's time that you spread your wings and fly away, like Troop says, and be happy, okay? Just be happy. So, and I'm happy for you. I am. Because it's really sweet, and like I said, there's not too many dudes out there that just be wooing a girl and opening up like that. They can't even open up a can of soup. So you know what I'm saying? Okay. And ain't no diss to you dudes out there, but it is what it is. It just is what it is. That's how it is. You know, me personally, I'm gonna say this. Like my husband, he will tell me how he feels. He's done cried to me. You know, sometimes when he tell me how he feel and cry to me, I just be like, whatever, please. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Because I put on this hard shell, really hard shell towards him sometimes. Because I'm just not going through that bullshit no more. Like, for real, I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm 40 years old. Ain't nobody got time for this bullshit with you going back and forth to jail. Yeah, I love you too, dude. I love you too. But you need to grow up and get your shit together on some real shit. But I still be like a teenager in love when I speak to him. Sometimes I don't let him see that shit. You know, I just I put over my covers, my shell, and be like,
yeah, nice to hear from you too, yeah,
You know, sometimes I feel like when we give in too much and we show how willing we are or open we are, then and soft-hearted we are, it feels like it is like a sign of they're going to take advantage of you. And that's not a cool feeling sometimes. And that's just how I feel, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been through enough shit. So I do put on a hard shell. But sometimes when you put on that hard shell, it just scares the person away because they have good intentions. Not everybody's intentions are negative. You know what I mean? Some of them are actually positive. But sometimes that's so hard to see because you've been with somebody that's so freaking negative that you really can't see the good in the other person. And that's what fucks it up for the next dude that's really worth something. Excuse my language. Yeah, I'm cursing, but this is real talk. Ain't no cigarette involved, but it's a glass of wine, and I'm enjoying myself. Okay? So, on that note, Clarice, take your time. Can't put a timestamp on love and who you want to be with. You know, if you feel an old dude, then for real, if you feeling him, just be yourself. I ain't saying, oh, go and strip tease for him and let it all out, but just take things slow and go visit him. It's always nice to get away. You get away and you get to see him, then you know really where his heart is at and how you really feel about him. It's a nice thing to be able to go visit a dude, or a man rather, not a dude, but a man, and see what he's really about. And being up close and personal with him, you know, you can see how his demeanor is. You can see how he keeps house. You can see him for who he is, which is always a plus, you know what I mean? So I would say go visit him and see where it goes. But don't put a timestamp on love. Never moving too fast. Sometimes some bitches do move too fast. Not calling you one, but some bitches do move too fast. Like, seriously, in the bed the next damn day or the same night. That to me is like, oh, okay, you do it a little bit too much. Don't you think you're moving a little bit too fast? Nigga ain't gonna want you. Shit, he got the cootie cat, like Jocelyn says. He got the cootie cat, and now he ain't really trying to feel that. You know what I'm saying? No. He's having a good conversation. He's having good conversations with you. He's telling you he likes you as you are. And a lot of us women, we're not confident enough about ourselves, especially of those of us who are not thin or like an hourglass shape. We're not confident, and because we know how men are. So when we have one that tells us that we love you for who you are, plus size and all, shit. Some females be like, I wish a nigga would, for real. Like, dang. Let me tell you, like I said, shit. Just take your time. You're not moving too fast, but see what it's about. Don't knock it until you try it, girlfriend. You knew him for 7 years. Obviously, there's something there that you like, and you were banned from talking to him. Girl, please. He still want to talk to you. He's still fighting through that freaking storm, that river and shit to get to you and get with you. He got some feelings for you. So, divas, let Clarice know what you think about that. Is she moving too fast? What would you do if you had a long distance relationship and you knew the person for 7 years? Would you think you was moving too soon, too hasty with it? But first you got to think, you were in a 6 year relationship with a pure jackass. So, you know, like Stella said, Stella got her groove back. Get your groove back, diva. And on that note, stay diva and divalicious. And if you want a real talk diva time about your situation or your life, the email information is below. You can hit me up at MuffinIsMyLovers2012@gmail.com and put in the subject line Real Talk Diva, and I will get your video episode up ASAP. All you gotta do is email me and let me know what's going on. So these will be on Wednesday, Real Talk Diva, and I will try to do 2 at one time. So you guys got something to watch, something to comment on, and so forth. Some of them will be about love, some of them will be about some bullshit. So wait until next week's ones. This is gonna be a doozy. So on that note, stay diva and divalicious, and I'll be back.